is going to continue where it is. Banking is going to continue where you deposit money, take loans and continue with it. However, at the same time, technology to do banking is going to change drastically. It is changing today as we see it. It's changing in a broad way because you are able to open your bank accounts just on the phone, as some of the panel members today said it. You see newer technology coming in where you can have a bank application which can work without even having a bank account for yourself. So I think technology is changing, and the technology framework is going to bring disruptions or constructive disruptions into the banking space today.
Okay, so what are the 2 or 3 big disruptions that you see happening within the banking space, say over the next few years?
How is it going to change tomorrow? Probably you don't need a bank account. A wallet guy can just run a bank account with your prepaid balances which are there and continue doing that. The only thing which is a drawback is probably not able to give you enough of interest which banks are giving, but can, as a person like us who is Citrus Payments, can give you all the other convenience. You can pay all your bills through this. I can bring you online channel partners. I can do all those things. So banking is going to change forward for more convenience and for a consumer, bringing more value adds to the consumer, making sure the life of a consumer eases out much more. Having said, are the banks going to change? Not completely, because there is always a segment which wants to see that board outside, where he feels comfortable that my money is safe inside this voucher. So that's going to continue. World over, we have started seeing some banks being given licenses without even having a single branch on a mobile app and the likes of it. So I think that's where disruption is coming across, and it will be continuing.
Okay, what will that mean for the regulatory environment?
From a regulator's angle, I don't think anybody wants to work in this country without their blessings. Right? Everybody is dreaded without going ahead without their blessings. For Citrus, we have been one of the first ones to get a prepaid license from them. Apart from that, we are also regulated because we have in principle approval from them to run a payment gateway. So while regulator has been, everybody has been saying regulators need to change and things like that, but I think RBI as an Indian regulator has been very forward looking, has been looking at all these new things which are coming into the market. And while not breaking them up, trying to bring them under the control of RBI wherever required, so that the consumer's money is safe. RBI goes with a simple logic that end consumer is not losing money out. And I think that's where they want to regulate people or the companies, and they're doing a pretty good job on that. I don't think we need to be worrying about the regulator right now.
What is the kind of opportunities that you see within the fintech space?
Opportunity-wise, we have seen businesses moving across from pure play from a payment gateway point of view, from an inventory-led models which were Rediff in 1998 and things like that, who used to maintain their own inventories and sell it out. It moved across to marketplaces as we see them today, which is your Mintras and the others in that world. I think it's going to move across to consumer business, which is me selling my stuff to you or you selling your stuff to your friends. And I think that's where we are seeing the next big opportunity coming across as far as fintech is concerned.
Okay, now you've met a lot of investors and analysts here today. 2 or 3 of the most interesting questions that you would have answered?
I think the biggest thing which I've been able to clarify to these guys is that a wallet is not a prepaid wallet, right? Wallet is what you carry in your pockets, which has got your identity, it has got your credit card, debit card, net banking, your loyalty solutions and everything. So I think all of us who have been trying to look at the wallet space needs to look at it in a fat wallet kind of a scenario and not only a prepaid wallet, which has become a misnomer. Secondly, I think it is also important for people to realize, and this is what happened with the discussions with these analysts and the investors who came in, that the space which we are in as payment gateway processing is a very niche segment. If you need to know more about it, you need to get into it. We just can't think it from an outside that this is just transaction processing. So it's much more difficult than just railing the pipes and bring the money together from a consumer to the merchant. It's much more from a security, standards, use cases, usability, user interface, all those things are very important, and making sure the transactions are happening much more faster, simpler and safer.
What are the growth rates and perhaps even profitability that you are projecting?
I would not say much on the numbers,
for the sector?
But I think we are growing on a 25% month-on-month basis right now, and that's where it is headed.
And do you see this growth being sustained over the next few years?
So I think it's going to be an exciting phase going forward. It's a huge opportunity.
Okay, and what are you going to walk away with from the conference today?
I think from a conference room, it was a very good panel discussion which happened with the right mix of people from ENY, from card schemes like NPCI RuPay, from a banking channel, Suvidha, and the partners like Oxygen there. Very learned experience as far as what people are thinking of making sure the money goes across to the tier 3, tier 4 segments, the money transfer business. At the same time, I think it has been very helpful for us to understand how the investment community is looking at our companies like us and it helps us to be in touch with the people as such.
And how is the investment community looking at companies like yours?
I think they need to understand more about us, a little bit more than what they know right now. But I think everybody is excited about fintech and the transaction processing. They also need to understand what are the bigger opportunities on this space going forward.